How to play Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 on your Mac. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get the classic Roller Coaster Tycoon to work on your Mac almost trouble-free. We need to acquire a couple of files first, but before you ask, yes, I'm running OS X Yosemite Beta here, but that won't matter. This will work all the way down to OS X Snow Leopard. Now you'll need to acquire a couple of files. You need to acquire the game, of course, and I have both the loopy landscapes and added attraction stuff, and I have the game package and a patch, but we'll get back to that. We'll start with the game. If you don't already have it, you can get it at gog.com or Good Old Games, and you can just search for Roller Coaster Tycoon in the search field, and you can find it here for the easy price of $6. So if you don't already have the game, you can acquire it here. It should work just fine. Though I have to warn you, the version I'm using is a version that I had lying around on CD from older times. So I haven't tested with this, but there is several on the internet that has. The next thing we need is a patch for this game, and you can get that on RCT Station, and there will be a link in the description. You just need the patch here for the original Roller Coaster Tycoon game, and you just pick your language here. Now don't start fetching patches for the added attractions and loopy landscapes because they're not necessary. And be aware that if you're using the English version, there is a US and a UK version. If you don't know which one you have, you can try with both of them. It won't damage anything. So if you're unsure, just download both. Now I already have downloaded it, so I'll just skip the download here. Now the next thing we need is a translator, and it's called Wineskin. Again, the link is in the description, and we can download it from here. And Wineskin is a translator that can translate most Windows applications to run on the Mac live. So we'll just click to download, and it'll fetch it from SourceForge.net. There we go. So we can just close Safari now. We are done with that. And just copy the Wineskin Winery file here into your applications folder. Whoops, little bug here. There we go. And now Wineskin Winery is installed on your Mac. You can just launch it. I'm going to do that here from Spotlight. There we go. And I already have this running on my Mac, so some of these things will be pre-done on my system. I already have an engine and a wrapper, but you'll need to start here to update the wrapper. I already have the latest version, so I can't show you that. But I can show you how to install an engine to run all of this with. And I already have 1.7.22 installed, but we can just click plus and see, oh, there's a new engine, 1.7.23. And you can pick another engine here if you need it for some other software that requires a specific engine. But we'll just hit download and install and just click OK. I've sped up the video quite a bit here, but it takes a few moments to download and install. There we go. Now we have the engine installed. And we'll just select it up here, and then we click Create New Blank Wrapper. And here you name your wrapper, and this will be for Roller Coaster Tycoon. And since I already have a file with that name, I'll just type demo here. And then we'll hit OK. Now, I haven't sped up the video or anything here because there is some points here where it'll take a little time. We'll just have a few warnings here. If you want .NET, you can install that. We don't, so we can just click Cancel. And we can click Cancel for this one as well. That's for HTML. We don't need that either. And now it'll finalize the wrapper, as it's called. That'll take a few moments, and I've left the video untouched here so you can see that it's not just your computer that's taking time. Mine is too, and I'm running a MacBook Pro Retina here, 15-inch. There we go. The wrapper is complete, and it'll tell you it is in my personal folder and in my applications folder. So we'll just close the winery here. And let me show you where it is. So I'll just open up Finder and get to my home folder. There we go. And then Applications and Wineskin. There we go, and you can also see the game that I have beforehand, but here is my Roller Coaster Tycoon demo, and I just need to double-click it to launch it. And let's get started with all the nerdy stuff, so we will set some screen options. There we go. And you just need to tick Use Mac Driver instead of X11 and Use Direct 3D Boost if available, and hit Done. There we go. Let's get the software installed. So just click Install Software and choose Setup Executable. And then we locate the installation files. I have mine on the desktop, and we'll start with the Roller Coaster Tycoon base game and locate the setup file. There we go. And make sure that the install level is set for a full installation. That's very important. And just hit install and hit accept. There we go. A lot of windows will open. There will be this registration. Not interested in that. Not interested in that. And we'll exit. We're not ready to play yet. There we go. And it'll just finalize here. Then it asks us which executable it should start when we double click this file in the future. And that will be Roller Coaster Tycoon exe, or RCT-exe if you will. And just hit OK. Now let's get the next file installed. That'll be the patch. And that's very important that you do the patch now. So we'll just open up the patch, and this is also where you'll know if you downloaded the wrong patch. It tells me here which version I have and which patch will be installed. If you downloaded the wrong version, this is where you'll be warned. There we go. Files updated successfully. The patch is applied. Hit OK, and that's it. Now if you have the expansion pack, let's get it installed. Oops. Yeah, it didn't find any new executables, so maybe the installation didn't work. It just doesn't know. We know it works. There we go. Go for the desktop, RCT files, and open up the expansion packs folder here. There we go. Open up the setup. Go for a full installation. And accept and accept. There we go. And again, we don't want this registration. We can't get anything out of it now. Microprocessor shut down. There we go. And it'll just finalize the wrapper. Good. Now it's time to do something that we don't normally do here. The CD version will require a CD, and I'm pretty sure the Good Old Games version will as well. I don't know if this works with the GOG version, but it definitely works with the CD version. It can't harm to try. I'm going to show you how you can crack this game without downloading a single file or doing anything illegal. This is totally legal. We'll start by hitting Advanced and go for the button Tools. There we go. Then click Registry Editor. This will launch a registry editor from a Windows XP system. We'll open up HKey Local Machine, open up Software, open up Fish Technology Group, and select Roller Coaster Tycoon Setup. And then we'll open this file called Path. We will select all the text here and hit Control-C to copy it. It thinks we're in Windows now, so Control-C. And open up the setup path, select all the text, and hit Control-V to paste. Okay, that was part one. So let's close this down. Here we go. And a tool is running. There we go. Open up the RCT files, and if you have the expansion pack, then that's the folder you should open. If you don't, just open the Roller Coaster Tycoon folder. Go for the data folder, and then in here you select all files, and you can do that with Command A if you're not running an OS X Yosemite beta apparently, and copy them with Command C. Then you go for your applications folder, or sorry, your Wineskin folder here, and you right-click on your Roller Coaster Tycoon file, show contents of the package, then you open up Drive C, Program Files, Hasbro Interactive, Roller Coaster Tycoon, and then the data folder. Here you can paste with Command V, and it's very important that you skip all files that are identical. Do not replace them. It's very important. If you replace them, this won't work. There we go. The crack is now applied. It should now run without a CD. As again, I'm not sure this will work with the GOG version, but I know this works. So we can just go for the application here and double click it to launch it. And you'll see Roller Coaster Tycoon is now launching for the first time. There we go. Now that we got the game running, it's a good time to talk about the almost trouble-free. And I'll just start a new game here to show you what I'm on about. Because there is, apparently also with my mouse in the video here, a little bug. But anyway, you can see the game working here. It's in full screen. There is some black bezels on my screen, but I guess my screen recorder is a little bit disagreeing with me here. Anyway, if you want to save or load anything in the game, of save games and saving your custom roller coasters, you need to take the game into a window, because if you're in full screen, the whole thing will just go dark and the game will technically be crashed. You need to go for the window when you want to load and save a game. You can save a game here just fine, it'll work perfect. But if you want to, and you can just turn it back to full screen if you want to, but don't save or load a game while you're in full screen at all. You can just pick any setting here that you want. but go back for the window if you want to save or load. That's very important. And if you are on a non-retina display, you can just stretch the window however you want, but on a retina display the game will start lagging instantly here. Now there is nothing in this park, so it's not too bad at this point, but the second there is just 50 guests and one roller coaster, this game will lag. We're talking 1 frame per second here. But if you're having, say, a MacBook Air or something like that, you just stretch it and just run it in the window all the time if that's what you want. And now for the final polish. My game here has a little icon. We can get yours one as well. So let's take a Google search here on Roller Coaster Tycoon to find an image. And you can of course pick anything you want. There is several out there. I'm just going to pick the first and the best practically. There is a cover of the game here. I'm just going to select that. So we'll just take the full resolution image and save it to the desktop. Then you open up the image and hit Command A to select the entire image and Command C to copy it. There we go. Then click your Roller Coaster Tycoon game once, hit Command I on the keyboard to get the inspector. Click the little logo on the upper left and hit Command V to paste. And you'll see now your game has a perfect logo. And by the way, you can do this with all images and icons on your Mac. And of course here notice the game is in your launch pad. That was what I wanted to show you. Thank you for watching.